Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Hi, all you thought criminals and conspiracy theorists. Welcome back. And those of you that are new, welcome. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot slams Texas Governor Abbott as man without any morals after sending migrant buses. Lightfoot said that Abbott inhumanely load the migrants on the buses. Now, you're going to see a picture. These are pretty nice buses, actually. Nice air conditioning, beautiful seats. They probably got Wi-Fi, too. They probably gave them all tablets. And there they are. Now, I find it amazing to me. Let's just play a short part of the video here. Let's go back a little bit. You can see the bus there. It looks pretty good, actually. That's a nice bus. Looks brand new, for Pete's sake. Look at that thing. I went back and forth to New Mexico as a kid on buses from upstate New York, and they weren't half as nice as this. Oh, it's funny. So would they get a couple of hundred? In all fairness, you lose a couple of hundred people by black-on-black young men killing each other in your city in a couple of weeks. So you're just replacing the population that you lost. Oh, but wait a minute. She's mad because Governor Abbott didn't get the memo. We're only sending immigrants, lawful and otherwise, to swing states and red states. Oh, Governor Abbott, he must have missed that memo. Democratic Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot slammed Republican Texas governor on Thursday, calling him a man without any morals. I got to do a sound effect for that. Yeah. After he sent 2 buses of migrants to a Union Station, 2 buses. 2 buses. There's a number of people killed in Chicago in a weekend that's more than that. But she doesn't give a good damn about them. Oh, they're black males, so she doesn't care. Oh, apparently I didn't get the memo. Lightfoot made the comments during a press conference with city leaders and local partners. Let me say loud and clear to Greg Abbott and his enablers in Texas with these continued political stunts. You got to have a serious set or backbone on you that talk about political stunts. For years, you in Chicago and LA and New York, all of the big cities in the deep, deep blue states said, come to us. Cross the border unlawfully. Come to us and we'll give you sanctuary. So Greg Abbott sends a couple of hundred people maybe to Chicago, and she's having a fit. Frankly, I think it's a big mistake. I think maybe the Democrats are playing them a little bit because their outrage is going to make them do it more. All they're doing is they're enabling the unlawfuls to enter the interior of the country. Unbelievable. Has confirmed what unfortunately many of us have known already. Is he a man without morals, humanity, or shame? Gotta do another. Lightfoot also said that Abbott chose to inhumanely load them in the buses. They're pretty nice, actually. Those are brand new buses. Probably got great air conditioning. Man, they're coming from Texas. It's hot as hell. And send them to Chicago without any regard for what the next steps are. You have a city of 2.7 million people. You can't figure out what to do with 200 or less migrants on buses. Same goes for D.C. The mayor there, Bowser's having a stroke. Sending them to Washington. In New York City, there's almost 8 million people in the New York metro area. You can't figure out how to take care of 200 or 300. They're overloading our homeless shelters and our resources. That means your resources suck. They're not overloading anything. You're talking about grandstanding. A source said that the migrants were on the bus, of course, with air conditioning and are provided with food, water, and security. Hell of a lot more than they got when they were crossing. These are human beings, mom and dads, young children, elders who deserve our respect and dignity. You saw them getting off the bus. They look pretty happy to me. They're not cargo. You've always thought that non-white Democrat registered voters were cargo. You always thought of them as chattel, and now it's starting to backfire on you. Governor Abbott's racist and xenophobic practices of expulsion have only amplified the challenges many of these migrants have experienced on their journey to find a safe place. The governor's actions are not just inhumane, they're unpatriotic. I'm sorry, Mayor Lightfoot. The unpatriotic part is that people in the border states, i.e. in this case Texas, when they have tens and hundreds of thousands crossing unlawfully, don't have the resources or the infrastructure to help these people. But you can't take care of 200. Not in my backyardism. Chicago mayor added the bus company that was contracted by Texas to make the trip to Chicago was just as complicit as being part of this indignity. You said, you and all your colleagues in the Democrat Progressive Party, migrants, unskilled, can't speak the language, contribute greatly to this society, monetarily through taxes, their culture, their work ethic, and they're a huge positive. But when you get less than 200 in a 2.7 million population city, you have a fit. What a freaking hypocrite you are. Abbott made the decision to send the 2 buses carrying the migrants to Chicago on Wednesday, which arrived at the Union Station at 7:30 p.m., carrying migrants who crossed the southern border illegally. 75 migrants on 2 buses. That's a weekend in Chicago of people killing each other. We're just replacing some of your population for you. What are you bitching about? Many of the migrants said they were from Venezuela upon exiting the bus. Yeah, the same type government overreach and socialism that you want. And they're fleeing Venezuela. These people are so dense. I mean, what is it? Stupid is as stupid does? What is that, Forrest Gump? I think Abbott's making a mistake, actually. But what's he going to do, keep him in Texas? I mean, he's in a bad spot, too. Frankly, what I would do? I would send him to L.A. and San Francisco. That's just me. Because they have a huge homeless crisis in both of those. And their systems are being overwhelmed because of their policies and practices. You really want to hurt them? Hurt them there. President Biden open border policies overwhelming border communities in Texas. Yeah, of course they are. Then the mayor of New York had a fit, too. President Biden's inaction on the southern border continues putting the lives of Texans and Americans at risk with overwhelming our communities. Chicago will join fellow sanctuary cities, Washington, D.C., and New York City as an additional drop-off location. Mayor Lightfoot lets it tout the responsibility of her city to welcome all, regardless of legal status, and I look forward to seeing this responsibility in action as these migrants receive resources from a sanctuary city within the capacity to serve them. I love that 3 sentences right there. Folks, that says it all. Hypocrites, hypocrites, hypocrites. They just plain old hypocrites. Lightfoot's response to the questions reports on Thursday, it is my prayer that Abbott finds some humanity, you pompous ass, and doesn't continue to send buses of immigrants to Chicago, but said if she does, we're ready. Well, if you're ready and ready to go, then what are you bitching about? 75? He's trying to create crises in Democratic-led cities to demonstrate his toughness. 75 people are the beginning of a crisis for you? A couple of hundred people in D.C. are a crisis for the D.C. mayor? As long as illegal migrants go into other cities, especially red states or swing states, that's okay, but not in my backyard. Unbelievable. As press secretary for Abbott called Lori Lightfoot an absolute hypocrite. I think she's being kind, actually. What was the outrage and condemnation of President Biden as he flew plane loads of migrants across the country, dropped them off in the communities in the cover of night? In upstate New York, where I live, was one of the places. Lori Lightfoot knows nothing about Texas busing strategy, needs to stop with the baseless lies and fear-mongering. If the mayor wants a solution to the migrant crisis, she should stop complaining and calling President Biden to take immediate action to secure the border. That's a pretty nice bus. Actually, that's real nice. It looks brand new, for Pete's sake. Oh, it's got Texas plates on it. Oh, dun, dun, dun. Oh, God. And the Salvation Army, of course, they said they would help the best they can with the migrants. And that's fine. That's what Salvation Army does. We'll ensure there are adequate resources while they are here. Okay, that's fine. They're all having a stroke. Now, I'm wondering, I can't tell if they're actually really mad or they're pretending to be outraged because they want Texas and other states to ship, and even the feds, to ship illegal migrant crossers to these cities at the state's expense, i.e. in this case, Texas. And it saves all that money for the feds by moving them around in planes. That can't be cheap. So I wonder in a weird way that Abbott is actually helping the progressive Democrats. I think it's a mistake to do it. I think it actually helps them, and it gives them the issue to bitch about, even though there's nothing to complain. 75 migrants in 2.7 million population city. That's like a thimble full of water in a swimming pool, you morons. Well, I guess we'll have to continue to see what the man without morals from Texas is going to do next. So we'll just have to see how this works out. I'm sure those 75 people are going to overwhelm their resources. Give me a freaking break. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.